whoever you are, this channel is reserved for emergency calls only.
No fucking shit, lady! Do I sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Regular or Menthol podcast, where we discuss Kino movies. My name is Tate. My co-host here is Chris.
Hello, folks.
We give a little thoughts on the movie, our experience, then we discuss specific scenes that we like, followed up with our very own Kino rating. Today, we are discussing the 1988 classic Die Hard, starring Bruce Willis and Alan Rickman. Yes, Mr. Chris, how are you today?
I'm doing all right, man. I know I say this every week, but contrary to norm, I am the one who's off today.
Oh, were you?
In fact, I am off all week long because I have an extra week of vacation, which I didn't use. So you got to use it or you lose it.
Damn near. I was off today as well.
Of course you were. So I'm like zipping around doing all these Christmas errands and stuff. And dude, I'm saying this to you as I sip this holiday creamy vanilla Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I saw the commercial for this. I'm like, because I'm like, vanilla Coke's like my favorite soda. Anyway, I guess it's just some alteration of it. But dude, I'm at Giant and I'm getting a bunch of food. Yeah, I'm food shopping, normal. And bro, I just happened down the aisle without even thinking about it. And there's like three, I don't even know what age constitutes a boomer these days. Like, what is the boomer era?
Anyone over 22.
Well, yeah, literally. No, so there's these like boomers in the aisle, and they're like grabbing these 12 packs of this stuff like it's crack.
Vanilla Coke.
The holiday vanilla Coke. The holiday
gotcha.
blend. Okay, and I'm like, dude, and the lady goes, do you need to get through? I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm standing here in the aisle waiting for you. So I go through, I go to the end of that aisle. I'm like, you know what, dude? I want to try that one. That's the one I've been wanting to try. I'm going to go back there. I'm going to go back there and I'll make my presence felt.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I waited for them to finish up. And sure enough, I go back. There's one case left. So I grabbed it. It's pretty delicious, actually. I mean,
what do you got? A 15 pack?
It's
one of the long cases?
Yeah, the long 12 pack. But it's like, I mean, it's just a little bit more whipped of a vanilla flavor. But
interesting.
Yeah, vanilla Coke is my absolute shit.
No,
but it's like, dude,
intriguing. Are you going full blown bourbon rocks vanilla Coke?
Yeah, pretty much. It's delicious. No. Not on a weeknight. But it's funny because I actually got to see who's out there on a Tuesday at like noon. It's just all these old heads grocery shopping. It's powerful stuff. Very powerful.
I literally had the same exact thing today where I went to Giant at 3:00 and yeah, it was a damn near experience.
Oh, dude, it's just so powerful.
Invigorating.
I hate you people.
It's time to lock in for the winter arc.
Yeah?
I believe the official time to do that is October, but I always like December because after the holidays, I have nothing to look forward to for 3 months until the clocks change and it starts getting light out again.
I feel that.
So we got to lock in for 3 months.
What's your arc looking like, my friend?
It's looking like even more me sitting in my room than normal. That's what it's going to be looking like.
I can dig. I'm not trying to go in the cold, dude. I was already out today. I'm like, it's like 15 degrees. I'm like, yeah, this sucks.
It's booty, dog. Yeah, it's no good. Some guy came in the gym. Outside. Some guy came in the gym in the locker room, and he just starts talking to me. He's like, pretty cold out there, huh? I'm like, damn near. At least it's not zero though. He's like, yeah. I was like, damn, I love talking to people at the gym in the locker room that I have no idea who they are.
This is why you got to do what I do, man. Just look to your house. I have no one to talk to besides myself. Anyhow,
except the voices.
Yeah, bro. Let's talk about Die Hard. What's this thing all about?
Wisecracking tough guy NYPD detective John McClane flies to Los Angeles to meet his estranged wife for her company Christmas party. After a group of terrorists crashes the party, John becomes the hostage's only hope as he escapes into the bowels of the building. Having to deal with terrorists, coked out coworkers, ego-driven LAPD captains, and FBI maniacs, John manages to thwart the terrorist plans and save his wife.
I love the FBI maniacs. Dude, yeah. Those two dudes absolutely rule. We'll get into that later on, but dude, just their two scenes that they're in, absolute keto.
I might have watched this movie a million times.
Yeah.
And of course I watched it again for this podcast. And the thing I took away from it this time, my mom was like, did you notice anything new? I noticed just how gleefully insane the FBI agents are.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty wild. Or just bipolar, because the one scene that he has, he's like pissed. And then the next scene, he's just like, thinks he's back in Vietnam. But
yeah.
Dude, just well done. Well done.
Well done, sir.
Well, this is the movie. This is your movie. How many times have you seen it?
A lot.
And
I force my parents to watch this every year at Christmas.
Really? Love that.
Now my parents are 80 years old, and I'm like, up, get in here, get in here. We're watching it. So,
well, it's funny you mentioned that, because that's the age-old question in the debate. Is this a Christmas movie? Well, talk to me about that.
Yeah, it is. And first, let's define exactly like what a Christmas movie is. I would say a movie that has elements of the plot that have something to do with Christmas.
Yeah.
Some kind of main thing that is affecting the story, having something to do with Christmas.
Yeah.
And, you have movies that take place during Christmas time. You have movies that come out around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And then you have movies that the plot has something to do with Christmas. Like a lot of, I don't know if you're familiar with Shane Black.
Yeah.
The guy who was the first one to die in Predator, Hawkins. He's a scriptwriter. So he does all these movies, and all his movies take place during Christmas for some reason. But they don't really have anything to do with Christmas regarding the plot. So I wouldn't exactly call them Christmas movies.
Guy just loves Christmas. Cozy.
He loves it. And I would say that this movie, there's a lot of elements in the plot that have to do with Christmas. Therefore, it is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, in the first 20 minutes, all they do is reference Christmas, whether it's people singing or whistling, down to just the music in the background, to, I don't know, just talking about how it's Christmas. But ironically enough, this movie was released as a summer blockbuster in July. So
that is intriguing. I mean, I guess that's a point against it, but
yeah,
it is a point against years it later or whatever,
Dude, the first movie I make Lynn's watch every year for Christmas is Four Christmases.
Yeah.
Now, if you watch that movie through, that's Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. It's absolutely hilarious. If you watch that movie straight through, aside from them going to the family's households, the one scene they open up presents, the one scene there's like a Christmas dinner. Beyond that, dude, well, then you have the scene where they're at church, but it's just referencing Christmas.
Yeah.
Does that mean that it's a Christmas? I mean, there might be as many references in this movie as that movie, but that movie is literally called Four Christmases. Yeah, I mean, to me, I guess it really doesn't matter. I guess it just matters like for me, it's all about when do I like watching this movie. For example, Vietnam season. I'm probably only watching Apocalypse Now, although I might not, but typically during the summertime, during the dog days of summer. Right. That's just, I'm the same way with music, man. I mean, I listen to certain music certain times a year. It's kind of weird, like certain albums from bands and stuff. So for me, it's not really a debate about like, is it a Christmas movie? Is it a Christmas movie for you? I don't know, dude. When do you watch this movie?
It is.
I'm a very seasonal guy, dude.
I just like how you created a season. Vietnam season.
Hell yeah, dude. Vietnam season that's literally just the peak month of summer when it's hot. It's like, all right, dude. We just listen to all 60s and 70s and just only watch Vietnam movies. Yeah. It's very
But yeah, so I mean the whole plot of the movie happens because he's meeting her for a Christmas party.
For sure. No question.
Anyway, I mean, I guess you could make a bunch of arguments or whatever, but I just say like the whole movie takes place because of Christmas, and there's multiple things going on during the movie about Christmas. For instance,
literally
kills the one terrorist and writes on his shirt and puts a Santa hat on him. Ho ho ho.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta back the idea that this is absolutely a Christmas movie. I mean, it's not Jingle All the Way or anything, but it's it's got enough elements to your point that I would consider it. Yes, it's a Christmas movie.
Here's my next point on that. Is Home Alone a Christmas movie?
Sure is. It's the second one I watch.
And why is it a Christmas movie? Because when I think about Home Alone, I think about a kid who is torturing these people who are trying to rob his house.
Yeah.
I don't really think of... I get it. There's elements in the plot that have to do with Christmas, right? Mm-hmm. And I think it is. Home Alone's a Christmas movie.
Right.
But is it more...
Any more than this? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the perception is Home Alone is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard. But is it? And why? There's not much more Christmas stuff going on in Home Alone than there is in this movie.
I agree with that. Yeah. It's not much different.
So you have it. Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Dude, I guess in my opinion, it really just doesn't even matter. But it's all in the eyes of who's watching it. Personally, I'm watching this. You could watch this all year round, honestly, but I'm typically... It's just... Even if I'm watching the summertime, dude, it's going to remind me of Christmas. How about that?
You seem to have some question over the feasibility of a detective being able to pull something like this off.
When we were talking last week about doing this movie, I'm like, okay, hold on. Let me think about this guy. Is he technically a detective?
Mm-hmm.
So
NYPD
he's this
detective.
NYPD, but now he's on the West Coast. They're weaker out on the West Coast, man. And it's like, this guy just literally outmaneuvers, outsmarts 12 terrorists who seem like they have their shit together. I was just curious about your thoughts on the feasibility of this guy going 12 for 12. He's a 12 for 12 guy.
Yeah, I mean, it seems unlikely, but I guess that's what you're going for, because it's, Bruce Willis is not this big, jacked up, roided out dude like Arnold or Sly.
Mm-hmm.
So my counter would be, is a movie like Commando seem feasible at all? One guy just mowing down an army of people with a machine gun? Well, you're like, well, wait a second. That's Arnold. He looks every bit the part. He looks jacked out of his mind, right? And in this movie, you have a kind of a regular physique looking guy, more of an everyman.
Yeah.
And he's kind of having to outthink his opponents.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem feasible, but it's more, and we'll get to this, but perhaps that makes it better for an action movie. Is that an element to an action movie where you can inject yourself into the movie as the protagonist yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And does that make an action movie better?
Yeah. Yeah, I just get, when I see something like this, the practicality of it, if I'm going to scrutinize it. But yeah, I mean, it makes the movie. This movie, full disclosure, I think is one of the top action movies of all time. And Bruce Willis, I mean, you get no better than that guy.
Well,
in his prime.
I'll give you a scenario, okay? You and I were at work. We're putting the checks away, the old checks up in the swag room. All of a sudden, we hear gunfire just going off. Right? Now we're sneaking into the gym, and it's our mission now. We have to save Dom from the terrorists. Okay. We're crawling through vents at Auriglia, and
we're going to succeed.
Can we do it? I think we can do it.
I believe so. Yeah, it's just, like I said, man, again, it's just the practicality of this guy, this lone wolf, just getting lucky enough. Because there's some element of luck involved there if you're going to kill 12 trained terrorists.
Yeah, and I'll give you a perfect point of where this takes place, is when you see him running, which happens a bunch during this movie. He's running, and some guy is shooting a machine gun at him.
Yeah, for real.
And kind of hitting the ground behind where he's running. And that's kind of like a thing that happens in action movies a lot, but it happens in this movie a lot. And you're like, wouldn't he just shoot him? Why is he shooting the ground behind him? But anyway, that's nitpicking a bit, I guess, but it is luck, right? When you're talking about luck, that's pretty lucky to have the guy just miss.
Well, he's shooting behind you, but they have to show the bullets wheezing by and heading off something, so they need that effect. So, of course, they have to hit the ground. It's not going to be visible elsewhere. But, yeah, it's just not going to nitpick, put it that way.
Talk to me, one of the things that I picked up on when watching this movie is this is the 80s.
Yeah, 88.
It might as well be a different planet, what we're looking at in this movie. And
take me back there. Take me back there.
Well, I don't know exactly if we were talking about smoking on a plane. Yeah. I don't think he's actually smoking on a plane in this movie, but I don't think it's that far removed when they banned smoking on planes. There was a time period where you could get in an airplane, light up a cig, and no one would it wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah. Right? So ironically enough, the smoking ban on planes was 1988, which is the year this movie was.
Incredible, right? But, just the idea of smoking in a movie in general, and the fact that he gets off the plane, lights up a cigarette in the car, no one bats an eye, right? Do we need that back in America? Is that what's wrong with this country? Smoking? Did we bring smoking back?
That's a microcosm of what's wrong with America. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
A gun on a plane. So McClane is talking to the guy sitting next to him, and the guy notices when McClane reaches up in the overhead compartment that he's got a gun on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, was that even legal? Like, yeah, you're a detective, but you're flying across the country with a gun on you.
I believe that only the marshals were allowed to carry on a plane, and it's for specific reasons. I don't think that detectives or police officers were ever allowed to, because it's out of their jurisdiction. It's a plane, so it's like you're not allowed. There has to be a reason. I thought that only air marshals were allowed to carry on planes.
I don't even think that they made that stuff until after 9/11, though.
You think? No, I thought this was back in like the 90s, 80s, 90s.
But even still, the idea of like, hey, I'm going cross country and I'm not even considering leaving my gun at home or putting it in one of these gun cases.
Unless, he took the clip out or the mag out, possibly. I don't know.
I don't think he did. I think he's fully loaded, and if he wants to, he's going to shoot someone on the plane. Cabin pressure be damned.
Yeah, well, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know.
And just, there's so much weird stuff going on in this movie where you're like, this is a different time period thing. This isn't just some weird thing they're putting in the movie. This is a different time period thing that would make sense to people watching it in 1988. If you're watching it now, it comes off a little strange. Like, the wife going across the country, think about that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't even be like controversial now. Probably happens all the time.
Yes, correct.
And these people are arguing, hey, I have an idea of what this marriage is. And John. She's using her own last name when she gets to the West Coast. And he has,
she has like some
problem with that.
Yeah, she said it's like a thing with the Japanese, and it's like their culture that it's better for her to use her last name. Side note, detectives were allowed to have guns on a plane until 9/11, like you said. So, for the record.
I mean, I don't know what they're going to do if they're going to shoot on the plane. You think about that for a second. But anyway, all these people right now are having this 2000s nostalgia. If you see it on Instagram reels, people pining for their days where they were playing Halo 3. And the early 2000s seems like a different world to us.
Mm-hmm.
And this seems like a completely different universe than the 1980s.
It's a good way of putting it, because it's like because I was one year old when this movie came out, so I can't really relate to this era of people, like adults conversating. So I can't really relate to the vibe, but it's alien for sure compared to. You can imagine what Zoomers are looking at, even people our age. It's pretty wild. Like growing up in like the 90s and early 2000s. So.
Yeah, I mean, the Zoomers watching this, did they even understand the context of some of these things going on? Probably not. They're like, what, I guess they just watch it and are like, that's kind of weird, but is this the best action movie of all time? Real talk.
Yeah, I mean, I find it There's a bunch of different action movies that I love. I mean, personally, if we're just on the subject of Bruce Willis, I'm a big Armageddon guy. I love Armageddon. People kind of shit on that movie and they don't think it's that great, like a summer blockbuster, but I think that has a ton of great actors in it. Dude, me and my brothers grew up in that movie. That to me is a great action movie. This is a great action movie. And this came out years before. So yeah, this is just, I guess, the premise of it. You got this lone wolf guy. He's going cross country to save his marriage and, East versus West Coast, if you will. And then you have the terrorists coming in and he single-handedly, meticulously takes out and it takes him out pretty badass, dude. Like the way these kills are all pretty cool in this movie. And yeah, dude, it's just, you see him progress throughout and just gets more and more tired throughout the movie.
Yeah.
It's just, they do a hell of a job, dude, with this movie. It just, everything, the practical effects, the blood, just really, it's right up there for me, for sure.
One thing I'll say about this is that a ton of movies copied this formula after it came out.
Oh, I bet.
So you have lone wolf in X location against
exactly
terrorists or a group of bad guys.
Mission Impossible?
I don't know about Mission Impossible, but like...
Isn't that lone wolf doing it?
Con Air, that guy on Die Hard on a plane full of convicts.
Not gonna lie, dude. Pretty awesome movie. I love Con Air.
Exactly. Well, the formula works, right? Like this started that formula that just straight up works. And, I guess you have to just, not only that, but there's other elements to it, the levity. And one other thing, the good director is John McTiernan, the director of Die Hard, the best action movie director.
What else did he do?
He also did Predator.
Yeah, I'm not as good with directors in like the 80s, 90s, but yeah, I mean, if you got Predator, Die Hard, I'm right there.
He also did Die Hard 3, Die Hard with a Vengeance, which is also a very good movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's had some duds too, but Predator and Die Hard are pretty up there in terms of action movies. Yeah. I have to say, this guy might be good tier.
They're two elite. To answer your question, yeah, he's probably right up there, but those are two elite. They're at the top of the list of go tier movies. Do you remember the first time watching this movie? Your favorite movie?
I actually don't remember watching this. I'm almost positive it'd be a case where my dad just rented it, but I have very early memories of seeing commercials for Die Hard 2 coming out. And I just remember the commercials where he's in Die Hard 2, he has a scene where he's in a plane and he has to hit the injection and he flies out of the plane before a grenade goes off and it blows up. But the scene takes 30 seconds with the grenade just ready to go. And I just remember being a kid and my dad being like, that's unrealistic. I mean, that grenade would have gone off. And I'm like, dude, come on.
Yeah, for me, dude. I probably when I was young, when I was 10, I can't remember anything specifically, but again, I was probably just watching it for like the entertainment and action of it. But throughout the years, I've watched clips of it. I always do this, man. It's like that's my MO is just have something on the background, not commit to it, not watch it, and just kind of watch scenes of it. But yeah, I mean, this is the first time I watched it like super hyper focused because obviously we're doing the podcast on it. But yeah, I'd say probably like 10-ish. That was the first time I saw this. But still, I was super entertained. I thought it was awesome. Literally me character. I'll go first. I guess it's hard for me not to vibe with John. I mean, this guy gives people a considerable amount of shit for being the hero, which I kind of love. I'm not gonna lie. He does talk a lot of shit in the movie. And then our buddy Frankie, who he always calls me John McClane. So like,
and
I don't know. He's just like, that's why. He's like, that's why you're John McClane. I'm like, all right, dude, I love it. I'll take it. How about you? Who do you like?
I mean, I vibe with Hans Gruber, dude. Like, although I am a Beretta Chad in real life, like I respect the dunking on the pores by Hans Gruber. Rocking a custom suit, this weird HK pistol that he rocks.
HK.
And I also like the fact that they find out, like Holly finds out that he's just there to rob the place. And she's just like, you're just a thief. And he just whips back. He's like, I'm an exceptional thief. Like he takes it personal that
the first thing he says to what's his name? Who's the president of the company? Takagiri? Is that his name?
God damn it. Just don't know.
Takagi is he acknowledges his suit, and it's like,
yeah,
he knows this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good point. It's a very good point, actually. His character trait, like, he knows his shit, and he's just dunking on poor people with an HK.
Yeah.
Anyhow, let's get into some of these fun facts here. We got a lot in these scenes, man. So I like this one a lot. Alan Rickman nearly passed the role of Hans Gruber, which ended up being his first film role ever, which I find hard to believe. I didn't even look that up, but he arrived in Hollywood 2 days before, but hated the idea of being a villain in an action film, which he was kind of right, because this guy's, the rest of his career, he's pretty much the villain all the time, but I thought that was pretty cool. The costume department had 17 undershirts in various stages of falling apart on hand for Bruce Willis, which apparently the last one I read, he donated to the Smithsonian, which is kind of wild.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, he noticed that it's like white, and then like starts, and then it's just like brown. I'm like, when did this happen?
There is a transition throughout the whole movie where he just gets dirtier and dirtier.
Yeah, but it's like mud at one point. It's like, how did that happen?
At one point, he just rips it off. He just rips his shirt off.
Yeah. Oh, you have to.
McClane was actually offered to a plethora of different actors before they went with Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Arnold, Stallone, Harrison Ford, our friend Mel. Among the names, the first person they offered it to was 70-year-old Frank Sinatra.
No way.
Yeah.
How?
Because the reason was because they were contractually obligated to offer him the role, because he played the character that from the book that the script was based off of in a movie called The Detective.
That's
basically I guess the book was a sequel to this movie, The Detective.
So what did he do? He turned it down?
He turned it down, I guess, because he was in his 70s.
Didn't want to look like an idiot on film.
Yeah.
See, for me, dude, all the names you just mentioned, the only ones I'm actually watching are, I'm going to watch them all, but Bruce Willis and Mel Gibson. They're the only two dudes, in my opinion, that can play this role.
Yeah.
That I want to watch do it.
And it's funny because I associate Die Hard and Lethal Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I consider them possibly in the same universe. Movie theory time. You could consider these the same universe almost.
Love it.
And they both use literally the same gun.
For real?
Riggs and McClane have literally the same Beretta in these movies.
We got to get a loadout check here in a little bit. Non-negotiable.
But like, when you're watching this movie, McClane and Holly are supposed to be in their early 30s. Bruce Willis is 33 during the shooting of this.
True.
Any of these people look in their early 30s to you?
I think it's just one of those things where even people younger look at people older now.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. Because I look at these, I just still see Bruce Willis. I'm like, well, I know that guy's like way older than me. But I look at it in the lens of, yeah, dude, this guy looks like he's probably in his 40s in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm only 38. So I look at it like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. It's hard to accept. I feel like even watching movies back, that's like a thing, I'm sure. But it's hard for me to accept that this dude's 33 or something. There's no way that this dude's 33 in this movie.
Well, I guess when I first started watching it, I could accept it because it seems like 33 is so far away. But I'm in the 90s, you know? But now I'm 41 and I'm like, dude, he doesn't look 10 years younger than me in this movie. He looks 10 years older than me in this movie.
I think it's just like I think it's a mental thing, and then you see like the quality of the film, and then just see your brain knows the actor. It's just one of those things that I think it's hard to explain personally.
Yeah.
I think I know where you're going with that, but yeah, it's I can't accept that for me. No,
it's hard to accept.
No,
hard to accept.
Let's get into some of these Kino scenes. So you mentioned it off the jump is like this dude with these cigs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two things jumped out to me immediately at the beginning of this movie, and he's waiting for his luggage at the airport. This guy just lights up a cig, right, holding a giant stuffed teddy bear. And I'm like, dude, this guy, from the moment he got on the plane and he gets off. It's like this guy talking to the kid, Argyle. It's like, this dude is a vibe. This character, John McClane. It's just, that's all there is to it. This guy is going to be a vibe the whole movie. And ironically enough, he has like a lot more action scenes than dialogue scenes. But it's like, this is a badass, you know, like you said, the director, he's just having this dude rip cigs, say badass one-liners. And it's not cringe. It certainly is not cringe. It's actually pretty awesome. It holds up.
You know what it seems like? He seems like he's playing it like he doesn't even really want to be there. He's got to go through the motions. Yeah. I mean, especially when
he doesn't want to be there, dude.
Oh, I have to like defend these people in this terrorist
even before
thing.
He didn't want to be out in California.
For sure. And it's the attitude he portrays while he's giving that off is...
Dude, that's one thing I will say about this movie is, and I'll get to it later on when we get to, you know, chronologically through the film, but it's like, they really sell this as, you know, the acting of it, the blood, the effects, it really feels genuine. That's the word I'll use, genuine. Anyhow, second thing, this dude Ellis, absolute gooner. I'm wondering if Holly subconsciously balks at this dude because she knows that he's not up to John's level as a Chad. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, you're seeing here the Chad aura of McClane versus Ellis and his offer of more success, more money.
Yeah. The dude who plays him kills it, by the way. I think he plays this character so well. Love it.
But that's the difference here. Can you buy Chad aura with money? No, you cannot. As evidenced in this movie.
And another thing that was, I don't know if you've ever tried this, but it kind of caught I never really thought about it until I saw it this time, but when he's flying and the guy's like, when you get on land, you got to take your socks off and rub your feet on the carpet. And it shows it. I never realized that it shows him do it later, and he like kind of like takes a minute to acknowledge it. But you ever do this before?
No, I haven't. And in fact, I've never really even gone flying. I've went flying once.
Dude.
But
that's it?
Yeah. So,
bro, there's no worse flyer than me, dude.
You're hearing a world exclusive right now. I've only been on a plane once. But
yeah, I fly like once or twice a year, bro, and it sucks. And I will not do like long flights. I'll do domestic. The farthest I've been is like Cancun.
How are we going to go to Japan then, King?
Man, a boat. Let me just think about the oceans. Wait, which oceans connect? Can I get to Japan via boat? No, but dude, I suck at flying, man. I hate it. Like, I'm him in this movie in terms of that because, dude, once you feel underneath you go away and you're like, okay, I'm not in control of this. My life is no longer in my control. It sucks.
Yeah. Well, I kind of get it.
I don't like.
I basically, when I went on the plane, I had those thoughts, and then I was like, well, maybe I'm going to die today.
No, well, you know, maybe I can't accept that. I can't accept that.
But yet, you are driving down the road.
I'm aware. Yeah, I know.
You know, and I have multiple people trying to run me off the road as I'm cozy maxing.
And my dumbass is going like 80 or 90 in the passing lane, likely to get way more in an accident than a plane crash. But hey, it's just one of those things, dude. It's like when you feel that go out from underneath you, I'm like gripping Lindsay's leg and like basically cutting off her circulation. That's like, it's bad, dude. Yeah, I'm not good in the air.
The thing about,
but I'm curious to know if that works. Too. I'm going to try this next time I fly. That's for sure.
Well, you know, the thing about it though is if you try it, and terrorists attack the building, then you're going to be without your shoes. Dude. Like, I'm watching this scene again this time, and I realize, this scene is to just set up the fact that they're going to have him run around the building.
Never thought about
shoes
that.
On.
Never thought about that. But it makes him more stealthy. Makes him more stealthy.
Perhaps. But then you get the glass. Then you get the glass of the feet.
But he's more stealthy. I think that's more important.
Carl, our friend Carl, the thug bad guy, Carl and his cronies, they go in the elevator to find McClane, and Carl pulls out a Steyr, one of the...
Let's talk guns here.
Yeah, one of the iconic guns from this movie, Steyr AUG. I don't know if you can tell what he's doing in the elevator, but basically he pulls out a barrel, puts it into the, whatever you call it, the receiver, and just clicks it into place. Did you catch that?
I caught it, and I was like, let me bring this up to him if that's necessary to kind of like hit that top of the front of it.
It's basically, so you can, on the Steyr AUGs, you can just pull out, you can like unclick it and pull out the barrel and put in a new barrel if you wanted to. I don't exactly know why they waited to going up on the elevator to do that. And another thing I'm looking at is it looks like he's got the 20-inch version, which is curious because they're in a high-rise building.
Yeah.
Somewhat close quarters combat.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had the 16-inch barrel back then, but in any event, if it was me, I'd go for the more CQB solution, if you will. But that's, again, nitpicking, I suppose. But basically, the loadout, it's a fantastic movie for guns because everyone has the right guns. And what I mean by that is all the if you're the top technology in terms of,
you got to think this is 1988 too.
Right. This is the 80s. So the gun that you want is the H&K MP5 because it's in close quarters. We don't have body armor in the 80s.
For real?
They do, but it's like no one wears it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
wear it.
I was going to bring up when we get to the SWAT team portion. So yeah.
Like you'll notice none of the terrorists have plates on.
This HK MP5, this is the, what game is this gun in?
It's probably in every game.
Well, yeah.
To be honest, but
this is in GoldenEye, is it not?
I imagine. But it's basically the top level kind of gun that like SWAT teams would use, even though they don't use it in this movie, but it's just a good close quarters weapon. And there's a minimal recoil because of the roller delayed blowback system. HK, they're also they're probably like $30,000 for a full auto MP5. I don't know. Hans Gruber also using an odd but elegant gun, the H&K P7 M13, which is a very strange gun, which is only in X amount of, it's in like a couple different movies, but you see it and you can kind of notice it looks a little bit weird, and it is because the design of it is not like other guns. It's this gas blowback system that's very strange.
What do you think?
Double-breasted suit. What's that?
What do you think the motivation is for him to have that from the?
Because Hans Gruber is this calculating. He's giving this persona as a rich guy who is suave and knows all the angles.
Mm-hmm.
And for an elegant man like that, who's wearing a custom suit, a Cartier watch, is this very strange H&K pistol that only rich people would probably have.
Dude,
and it's on brand for his character is what I'm trying to say.
Maybe you are Hans Gruber, bro. You're on this like watch thing lately, this watch kick. I could see you rocking an HK. Very powerful.
Well, I'd have to. That's H&K is the brand of rich people that are dunking on poor people. Look at me. I got an H&K USB, you know? It's as opposed to the everyman pistol, the Beretta 92F.
Yeah.
That McClane uses. And basically at the time, I guess, was the top Wonder 9, meaning they came out with these 9mm pistols that were double stack magazines, so you could fit, I guess, in this movie, 15 rounds at the time.
Do you think that was the actual issued gun for the NYPD?
No. I don't know what it was at the time, but it wasn't Beretta's.
Okay.
Which is strange because you're like, why does McClane have it? Because I think at the time it was just the latest buzzy gun.
Right.
And this is the movie kind of showcase for it. That's why I always associate this and Lethal Weapon, because it came out around the same time. They both have this, oh, look, we have Berettas, you know. Anyway, that's my completely insane thoughts on the guns being characters in this movie.
Nah, dude, they're definitely, and all the terrorists, they kind of each have different rifles, do they not?
The terrorists use MP5s.
All of them?
Most of them. Carl has a Steyr AUG, which probably makes sense because he's like a giant dude, but it seems like all the all the terrorists have H&K MP5s, and then they have like different handguns.
Yeah. Well, what's the one I was thinking about where at the very end there, when they're outside and that dude, or no, not when they're outside. It's the one when, is it Carl that points it in his face and has that, like, it looks almost like a silencer on it?
Yeah, that's the Steyr-AUG. That's the Steyr-AUG. So that's a 20-inch barrel. Basically, it's a bullpup, so the magazine is behind the trigger. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen those kind of guns? And the point of them is to get a longer barrel in a shorter package so that you can, I guess it's more easier to wield inside.
Yeah.
But then he rocks the 20-inch barrel that protrudes still. It's a whole thing.
One thing on the subject of guns that I love is, it's pretty early on in this movie, and Takagi is like, well, I don't know. And he's like, I'll count to 3. Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, he gets to 3, and Takagi's like, I don't know. You're just going to have to kill me, thinking it's like some kind of negotiating tactic. And he just point blank shoots this dude.
Yeah.
Now, it is what it is, but I just think it's like, you had this 1988 summer blockbuster action movie. It's like, okay, dude, these guys they're not dicking around. Like, these guys are serious. Like, I love that little thing in the movie where it's just, they're to be taken serious. And you
Hans
got
Gruber,
these mean looking dudes and his crew that it just sells. I don't know. I love that little thing of it's just like, all right, they're not playing around. So
there is a little levity in this movie where Hans Gruber, he has this charm and everything, but he will not hesitate to just shoot you in the face.
Yeah. Because he shows that later.
Dichotomy there.
Yeah, it's a good way of putting it, because it's like, okay, later on, he does show that charm, and it's like, even down to where he's laughing almost in solidarity with John when John has the gun strapped to his back because he says the line. But it's just, this guy's a unique character because he is like an actual genius mastermind, but at the same time, you know what I mean? He's foreign, right? And getting used to it, just the whole thing about with money, with the suits, with the guns, and then American culture. I just think it's a very, very deep character.
Yeah.
Honestly. And I like it. So, but yeah, this is the way, that's the way to do it, man. It's like, it's a great action movie with, the bad guys, the terrorists it's like really well written and done, because if you're going to do this and get away with it, you're going to have this big ass crew of guys who are organized. You know what I mean? They know their mission. You have the criminal mastermind. You have the tech guy who can, open the safe. It's like, it's very well written is all I'm saying, which I like.
You need your crew.
I appreciate. Yeah, it's like a proper crew to pull off a heist like this. But the thing when he has Tony on the roof, though, it just kind of always throws me. He's like, why is he trying to neutralize him? It's like, okay, I get the fact that he's a cop and he wants to take him down. But like, for me, dude, if I'm in that situation and this giant dude with like H&K is going to strap to him, I'm not going to put up the chance, dude. If I have a shot on this dude, I'm taking him out. You already saw that they smoked Takagi, right? I don't think I'm putting that up the chance, man.
You're just shooting the guy.
Yeah, because I'm even at the end when he's told, you have to debrief. It's like, dude, if I even make it out of here, I'm not gonna. I'll take my chances. You know what I mean? Getting in trouble because I'm just taking everybody out. If you have a gun, you're dying.
Well, this could be part of the transition where he goes from still being some cop to slowly progressing into an insane person at the end of the movie.
Literally, dude. Yeah, he goes pretty nuts. Yeah, I just, for me, I'm not putting that up to chance. So, but after he does eventually kill him, I guess he falls down the stairs, like breaks his neck or whatever.
Yeah.
Tony, which is kind of a little bit weird, but the reveal of him kind of rules, dude, where he sends him down the elevator with the, like you mentioned before, he has the Santa hat and the ho ho ho. Now I have a machine gun sweatshirt writing on a sweatshirt, and like it just opens up. I just think that's like one of the coolest reveals, which I love that. I thought it was cool.
How many times do we talk on this podcast about someone flying down a flight of stairs? I feel like it's been a couple
multiple
times now.
Yeah, Fight Club. There was another one. What was it?
Scream.
Yep. Maybe another one.
Each time they come out of it unscathed. completely unscathed. Not this time though. His head gets turned.
Dies.
Yeah, he breaks his neck. He makes out. He sends out this little scream, and he's dead. Now imagine that. How lucky are you talk about luck for McClane? How lucky are you that you both go down a flight of stairs? You're totally fine, but he breaks his neck. Now
that way you don't have to kill
this
him.
Guy. Yeah,
yeah, really, dude. Yeah, it's kind of alarming.
And another incredible actor, the dad from Family Matters is in this. Reginald VelJohnson. And
RBJ?
He's introduced, he's buying some Twinkies for his pregnant wife. And just want to point out, though, when I watched this movie, in the 1980s, you had, these actual Americans, I guess, working in convenience stores. And it's like, there's an older guy here, he's 30 to 40, meaning you could actually get by in life in the 80s with a shitty convenience store job.
Yeah,
think about the implications there.
That's going to be news to a lot of people. But yeah, you could actually have a family. That would be the one where you might have to have your wife work.
Yeah.
John's wife is working she's choosing to. But in reality, you could have, I don't know if this is actually true, but seemingly this dude could be in LA, right? Working a convenience store job and have a family. But likely his wife would have to work too. But he could still have a house and probably get by.
Talk about
whereas now, no.
Yeah, Zoomers watching this, not understanding. You could have a convenience store job and, have a house, have a car. What are they paying these guys in this? Well, your money went a lot further. And I don't imagine they're giving people benefits or 401ks in convenience store jobs. I don't know. But
it's depressing.
The fact that your money went further is just so crazy to look at it.
1988 versus 2025, ridiculously further that money went, which is just, that's a conversation for a whole different podcast, I guess. But let me ask you this, King. Reginald VelJohnson, is he typecasted as a cop? As you know, Family Matters his only 2 roles. It's like, imagine this dude just like considered typecasted.
Did you know this guy's name before looking
I
this
didn't
up
for the
today?
longest time until the Key and Peele skit, where one of them's Reginald VelJohnson and the other is like this coked out producer. I don't know if you've ever seen that skit. It's like the funniest skit ever, dude. I love that. It's so funny. But no, I didn't know his name.
I normally just refer to him as Carl Winslow from Family Matters.
That's all. It's Carl Winslow. But you had that scene right after that where John calls this private emergency line, and this chick flat out doesn't believe him, right?
Yeah.
And she even hears the machine gun fire in the back, and she resorts to having Carl Winslow just go check it out.
This is people killed.
Hey, can you just do a drive-by there and check it out for me? Completely not listening to John, and then it's like, he delivers the best line of the movie here. She goes, "This line is reserved for emergency only." And he's like, "No shit, lady. Does it sound like I'm ordering a fucking pizza?" Like John is just such a great character. But yeah,
they had to redo the 911 system at Philly. This kid Eddie Pollock got beat to death in the 90s, and basically the same thing happened where people were calling 911 and being like, "Yo, there's a dude getting beat up by like a gang of people," and they were like, "Yeah, whatever," and hung up on him.
Well, I think that weren't they trying to say that this was a private line where he wouldn't even have access to, like a civilian couldn't have access to this line. She says, if hang up and dial 911. So it must
I guess it was he got on the radio or something, the police radio somehow. They had access to it back then. Maybe they weren't encrypted, but
I guess my point is she hears the machine gun going on in the background, even throws her headset down. I'm like, "Yo, idiot. Do you not hear this?"
I don't want to say it.
Anyway, my one critique on this movie, I would probably have to say is, so he gets that makeshift, he puts the gun on the little open way to get down the elevator shaft.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of, so he's coming down and he's using the strap to kind of climb down.
Yeah.
And you're slowly, I mean, I get it, it's for the movie, but it starts to give out. And just the way his body is, he jumps over and turns clockwise 90 degrees. And it's like, he's going so fast that he's not catching that vent with his hands and holding on, dude. It's like, there's just no chance. The way that they shot that, it makes it super non-believable. It's like my one critique of this movie. It bothers me because I'm like, dude, he's going so fast falling that you're not going to be able to hold your body weight up to your fingers. I don't care.
Right. And talking about feasibility earlier, it's like any one of these things, you could make an argument that some random jobber can accomplish this task and get lucky. But when you start piling up the lucky things that happen, eventually you have to come to the conclusion that this is total fantasy fulfillment here.
Yeah. But, I will say it does lead to your favorite Christmas ornament.
Yes.
Why don't you tell people
Years
about
ago,
that?
I don't know what year it was, but I saw people online, they made a Die Hard Christmas ornament. And basically you take cardboard and make a box out of it for the air vent, where McClane's in the air vent. And he's like, come out to the coast. We'll have a couple laughs. And you cut out a picture of that scene and you paste his face in the box and you wrap it with tinfoil so it looks like a air vent. Now here's where I took it a step further. Where the lighter is, I poked a little hole in the back and you stick a Christmas light through it so that the light lights up where his lighter is and the whole box lights up. This is called innovation, folks. Okay. Check out my Instagram, Taytime USA, to get a look at this because I post it every year because I'm losing my mind.
And you put it on your parents' Christmas tree.
On my parents' Christmas tree, correct.
Love it.
Hero actor Paul Gleason. He plays Deputy Chief.
Yeah, dude.
Dwayne Robinson. He also played the principal in The Breakfast Club. And so basically, the principal in The Breakfast Club and this character in Die Hard, they're the same character.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I describe it is seething unk with a sarcastic prick flair.
Yeah, dude.
Right? Does that make sense?
This is the guy right here. This is my guy. And this character has the exact same suit on and everything. Same aura. Just
same aura. 100%. And I love my
same haircut.
Same haircut. I love my faces, my facial expressions in movies. He makes a great one here where he rolls up to Carl Winslow. He's like, hey, who's talking to him? And it gets the lowdown. And he's saying, how do you know all this? He's like, did it occur to you that he could be one of the terrorists? But in doing so, he makes this look on his face like this Carl Winslow. God, he has no idea what he's talking about.
And he's just calling everyone pal. Come on, pal.
Hey, pal.
Dude, this guy, I think he rules Breakfast Club and this. Obviously, it's the same character, but this is my guy. This is the hero actor of this movie with a small bit role, no doubt.
Kind of, just brilliant acting. Yeah. Like, you have to play this seething, just sarcastic prick character. He's like, perfect. Oh, I'm well versed in this. Yes. And McClane, multiple times throughout the movie, he kind of just chills, gets on the radio, starts talking to Al, right? But he's got his pack of cigarettes that he took off one of the terrorists. Mm. And I always see these scenes and I'm just, it speaks to me. Imagine, if you will, you kill this terrorist and you already got your machine gun, but 2 more mags. Nice. And it's like in every video game that is out there now, you kill someone in the video game and you collect all their gear. Mm. And it's like that in this movie. He collects this dude's gear. He's got the bag, the C4, the detonators, 2 extra mags, and a pack of Siggy Bulls.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Non-negotiable.
Now imagine being on this kind of, you have this responsibility. Now I'm stuck in it. I'm in the bowels of this building. I have to kind of save everyone. I'm going to take a cig break. Imagine how good that cig is in that moment.
All that adrenaline pumping.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he has to, because it's not only about making it look cool, that's I'm sure what this movie is doing it for, but it's like let this guy's stress and anxiety subside for 30 seconds. And they do a good job. The pacing, for an action movie, the pacing's great, man. Like, he takes that little break when he's talking to Carl Winslow, during the one scene where it's like he backs himself up against the window and he's like sitting down and he takes a little ciggy break. He's like, I'm already ahead of you. It's like, it's just well done, right? The pacing of this and just letting him relax and flesh out the character just a little bit. Again, not that he's going to say any revelations here, but it's just allowing you to see his decline of his body throughout the movie. Just, just getting tired and tired. It's like, they do a good job with that.
More character, fleshing out the character and everything. You get, it's like a sig break for the audience as well. Beautifully crafted.
We've been through all this fighting. Just let's take a break for a second.
Yeah.
Smoke him if you got him. Smoke him if you got him.
I love this one scene too. The SWAT team about to come in, cuts to the guys getting ready downstairs who are going to intercept the SWAT team coming in and shoot back at them. Camera cuts to Al Long. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Who plays Uli? Basically, the Asian bad guy of the 80s.
Yeah, dude. That's my guy right there, dude.
The guy with the Fu Manchu.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets ready behind a counter where they're selling candy in the building. And it shows him kind of getting his mags ready. And he kind of like peeks down and he sees the candy bar and he just goes and grabs for a candy bar. And it's this small little moment that adds this levity to the movie, where that's one of the things I like about this movie, but it makes this good action movie is they're able to inject this kind of comedy. Now, Marvel movies, they try to do this with varying degrees of success in their movies.
Yeah,
right? I think it's perfectly done in this movie.
Yeah, Marvel, I mean, they swing and a miss from what I understand. I'm not, again, the biggest Marvel watcher or enjoyer. Everyone, I think, knows that. But from what I see in a lot of the reviews, they swing and they miss on the jokes pretty bad. But there's another one when I was talking about the two FBI guys.
Yeah.
And I don't know who they're talking to. I think it might be Carl Winslow or the lead detective guy or whatever. And one's black and one's white. And the black dude goes, Special Agent Johnson. He's like, he's Special Agent Johnson too, no relation. But he just says it so matter of fact, dude. It just kills me. Everyone's
deadpan.
Like, deadpan. And it's just, you just kind of give like a little under your breath chuckle.
Yeah.
But again, dude, there's a handful of those in the movie. There's a handful of like one-liners. It's just not overly done.
It's not over the top. Yeah, they're not trying to like be a jokey kind of thing. It's just kind of thrown in there real quick, and less is more a lot of the times when you're trying to add levity, add some humor to the movie. 100%. Less is more, especially in a movie like this, an action movie. You know?
It's not supposed to be. It's not a comedy. You know what I mean? But you throw one or two of those in there to get the audience to kind of break up the tenseness of it and laugh. Yeah. Right. That's all it's meant to do. And it's good, man. I give a good chuckle when I hear that. But you were talking about Al Long, dude, absolutely rad. He's Genghis Khan in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, if you remember. Mm-hmm. But it's like you said, every single movie, he's got the Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
It's like, that's how you know that guy. He's the quintessential, that guy that was in that thing. I mean, he's not as popular, but you know that face, like, and that Fu Manchu, you're like, all right, that's that guy. He's
Asian bad guy.
Asian bad guy.
He's also in Big Trouble in Little China.
Yep.
As one of the Asian bad guys.
But I guess I'll say a second thing that I don't really like about this movie is the SWAT response. They just have these dudes roll up, and these guys can clearly see them in the building. And they just roll up, like you had mentioned, they didn't have flak jackets. It looked like they had some kind of armor, but nothing on their heads, no nothing. Roll up, start picking this lock, even take a torch to it. It's like with no coverage whatsoever in this glass door. I'm like, this was not intelligent. Then they bring in that whatever the hell that half tank was, and that amphibian type armored,
like the truck. armored truck. Like,
okay, we should have probably done that first and just blown out the front door. Maybe, but you compromise these four guys. I just thought that was like the dumbest tactic to put in there.
It seemed like a bad way to go in for sure. I don't know. And not to mention the fact that the SWAT leader was kind of a maniac who was being told to fall back. And he was like, no, they're almost in.
Yeah, he might have been a small role in the movie. That guy kind of ruled.
That guy killed it. Yeah, for sure.
Well, the other thing that I hate to say that it's a question is the amount of C4 that John throws down. It's like a little brick. Now, I don't know if you're privy to C4 and its abilities, but do you think that little block of C4 could take out that entire floor like it does? That explosion that they get?
You know what, dude? I don't know, but I was thinking the same thing.
I don't think it could, personally.
Because you that's one little brick of C4, but they also have a whole roof of C4.
That's what I was going to reference.
And it's a comparable explosion.
Yeah.
Right? So, I don't know. It seems like they would need more, but it's funny that I guess it is nitpicking here, but I think the same thing every time I see it. Is that enough C4 to cause that level of explosion? Yeah.
I'm going to go with no.
Well, let's just for one moment, let's talk about Ellis.
Yeah, dude.
Hard for me to imagine anyone playing a sleazy corporate executive prick better than Hart Bachner as Ellis.
Yeah. Kills it.
Somehow, only a couple scenes takes the prize for this type of role, and the only person that I thought could come close was Paul Reiser in Aliens as Carter Burke. But this is a very specific type of role. This isn't your stock guy, your Wall Street guy.
No,
this is a corporate executive, but he's not the CEO. He's the guy trying to climb the ladder.
He closes big deals
at the same time. Yeah, he closed $1 million deals before breakfast.
Yeah, why is he worried? Why is he worried about Holly, dude? I mean, he's in LA. I mean, she's like this mom of two with this. She's still married. It's like, bro, you're like this guy who's climbing the ranks, closing big deals.
Yeah,
what are you doing, dude?
It doesn't seem to be on brand that he would be pining for Holly. He would be, in my mind, probably pining for the secretary who's hot. Or something like along those lines. But maybe he sees Holly as just another deal he's closing.
She's a powerful girl boss.
Mm-hmm. He needs that in his life. He's got the cocaine. He's got the money. He's got the Rolexes. He doesn't have the girl boss, you know? But I just want to, the roles in this guy playing Ellis is so good.
Yeah.
Such a coked out maniac.
He does a good job with the character.
I'm like, no one has done a better corporate executive ladder climber than this guy.
Hans Booby.
Hans Booby.
Yeah, but absolutely slays the role. Love it.
FBI shows up, and you have another maniac actor, Robert Davi, playing Special Agent Johnson.
Which one? Because the black one or the white one? Yeah, well, I don't know that name, so I'm like, okay, they were both good characters, but the white dude's completely insane.
If I was going to come up with a pantheon of crazy, scary-looking guys with fucked up faces, it would be this guy, the bad guy from Cobra, Ron Perlman, and maybe the guy from, the florist.
Ron Perlman's the goat. There you go, dude. Perfect. That's a perfect group. Yeah, this dude, his face, yes, completely insane. He's on that list.
I haven't seen him in much work in a long time, but he used to do a bunch of movies where you're like, oh, there's that guy. There's that scary looking guy, you know?
But I do love his character. He's like flying in the helicopter. He's like, just like back in Nam. Like, I was 10. It's like so good.
I was in junior high, dickhead.
Dickhead. He calls him. It's like, what? The dialogue there was a little bit off, but the scene where John and Hans finally meet, it's like right after that, and it's like a nice little twist that the audience is seeing when John knows to unload the gun. Where it's like you're watching as the viewer, if it's like the first time, you're like, damn, he fell for that, but he's one step ahead, right? Mm-hmm. He unloads the magazine, or at least the bullets in it, and it's like you can just feel when they both come to the realization when he tries to pull the trigger, because they already had this like somewhat mutual respect for each other, but they hate each other, but it's like a mutual respect.
Yeah,
and you can just feel the sincerity of both of them as actors. Like,
yeah,
you can just feel it. Is what I'm saying. And actually, I read that scene was intentionally not rehearsed because they wanted to have those guys see each other for the first time, and they wanted the spontaneity of it, which is pretty cool. Because I think that's like a one scene where you can really feel the, anger in these two dudes.
And it's probably the best kind of acting going on in the movie, where you have the kind of, back and forth between the two leads.
Yeah.
And Bruce Willis's face, he looks like he's squinting the whole time, and he's just got a cig hanging out of his mouth.
It's just the smoke from the cigarette getting his eyes getting annoyed.
Yeah.
But he's still trying to save face.
So, the FBI gets there. They cut power to the vault. The vault opens. Inside are a shit ton of bearer bonds. And that's what they're after this whole time. That's the prize. That's what they're stealing from the building. These $600 million of bearer bonds. Are you familiar with bearer bonds, King?
I'm not, and I probably should be, given that I work financially in the industry, but I've heard of them a million times, but don't know what the hell they are.
Apparently, they were banned in certain countries, probably America being one, in the early 80s. But essentially what they are is the cryptocurrency of the 80s, where you could get these. They're basically like $100,000 bills. So they get these things, and then they basically just own $100,000.
Yeah.
So they can go anywhere on Earth. It's like when you have a loan out, right? That's like in your name, right?
They're paper crypto.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a loan, but whoever physically owns the paper owns the loan. So
kind of alarming. I can see why it didn't last. I do love
it's used by criminals, I guess, but
yeah, I love when they actually reveal this and they open the safe or whatever the hell it is, and it's such a small detail, but you start to pick up on it when you're watching movies like we do now, and it's like Hans's hair blows back, so they had to actively use a fan to blow his hair back. Like they're opening this vault, and all of a sudden, on top of like the music playing, they felt the need to blow his hair back. Like there was going to be some kind of draft in there. I'm like, this is so dumb, but I love it. It works. Not too heinous.
This is like one of the craziest things. This is kind of a point that I came up with when I was watching it just this last time. Why? Because it's topical. William Atherton, the bad guy from Ghostbusters, he plays this reporter, Richard Thornburg, right? He goes to McClane's. So we find out where McClane's family is in LA. He goes to their house, ostensibly to get the kids on TV. Oh, think of the children, blah, blah, blah. And who's there to greet him? It's their Mexican nanny. And she's not letting them in, right? And he leans in and says, if you don't let us in, I'm going to call INS on you. I don't know if you're familiar with INS.
Is that the 1988 ICE?
Yes, correct. And I was like, I don't know if you saw that viral clip of some Karen at a baseball game telling some dude that she was gonna call ICE on him.
No.
And
I think I did actually. I think I did. Yeah, I did.
And basically, I guess there's an idea where people are like, oh, this is all this deportation stuff, and all people are getting confident enough to tell people they'll call ICE on them. This is all happening because of Trump. I was like, no. Literally the same thing was happening in Die Hard in 1988. This isn't a new phenomenon.
Yeah.
People have been threatening to call ICE on people for a long time, since the 80s.
And this is in California. This takes place in. And yeah, but that was such a weird thing. It's like, what is this guy doing? It's what I get what his motivation is. Yeah, it's like, it's not that serious.
Like, yeah.
These news people were like really wanted these stories, man. That's all I learned from that segmentation of this movie. Like they'll stop at nothing. They almost crash into the cop car when they're first on the scene. It's like, I thought they were going to run the one cop over. I'm like, what is going on?
They don't have any content.
Yeah.
They are not of content mindset, ladies and gentlemen. So what they have to do is they have to have like this guy, Richard Thornburg. He's just listening to the radio all day.
Yeah.
Waiting for something to pop off. And he's the first one on scene, right? Why he goes to the house, doxes this dude, and then brings this guy's kids on television.
Yeah.
Not sure. Not known. Not sure how that helps the story exactly, but in any event. I think my favorite line in the whole movie is when McClane is on the roof. He's the helicopter with the FBI agents does a flyover and starts shooting at him. He's wrapping a fire hose around himself, knowing what he's going to do in a couple seconds. And he just says out loud, this is full crazy mode at this point. He goes, in the third person, like, oh, John, what the fuck are you doing? He knows he's about to just jump off the building. Now, I love the fact that this movie, it seems that he just transitions to this normal jobber type guy into this pretty much crazy person. And he's saying this when he jumps off a building because he knows it's completely insane, but he's doing it anyway. When he's fighting Carl, he has these moments where he just starts uttering gibberish in a rage. And I'm like, this guy is actually losing his mind. And it makes more sense. It allows you to put yourself in that position because I'm a normal person too. If I'm under these stressful situations like he is, I'm going to start losing my mind as well.
I think you would talk to yourself in the third person regardless.
Almost right away.
You're hyping yourself up for the first kill. You're just like up there with an AK just ready to go.
But it's like, you know, these slow transition for him to go crazy, very relatable. Mm-hmm. And it allows you to, again, put yourself in his shoes.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Scream earlier. Again, another movie with someone flying down a flight of stairs. Think about this. Remember in Scream when we were talking about the legality of Neve Campbell punching Courtney Cox?
Yeah. Reporter.
Well, wouldn't you know it? The same thing happens in this movie, too. I guess it was just legal back then.
You think about how many movies you watched growing up where it was like, whether it's a reporter, even a cop, whoever the heel is at the end of the movie, the main character just gets to deck him. It's like, this has gone on. That's old hat, dude. It's just, you get away with it at this point.
Well, I'm like, wait a second. Was assault not a thing back in the day? Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think it was as much. It wasn't like
you didn't ruin your life by assaulting someone.
Yeah,
right.
If you breathe on someone now, it's like assault. Literally,
I'll sue you, brother. Hey, brother, I'll sue you.
Yeah, I don't think it was as serious back in 1988. Probably get away a lot more. But
damn, I got to time travel. We got to start.
Literally. But I mean, that's pretty much the movie right there. But I just want to recognize the sheer physicality of the final 20 minutes or so of this movie. If you kind of focus in on that, and just for Bruce Willis, dude, like this is. You're talking about saying this is the best action movie of all time. And this is exactly why. And I don't know if I'm necessarily saying it's like the physicality of it, like it being the most physically demanding movie ever, which is not. But I did read that he did all his own stunts, over the majority of them. But it's like, if not, he sure as hell sold it. Meaning, like,
yes,
you can definitely get the feel for, you know, just the way they made him like sweaty, cut up, bloody. Mm-hmm. And just his reactionary acting of like being just stressed and tired. Like the phone call to Carl Winslow when he's talking about what to say to his wife. His voice is cracking.
Yeah.
And he actually catches himself, his voice cracking, and then it does it again. And it's like, this dude's really selling being tired, beat up. And yeah, dude, I could probably agree with you on that sense. Like in action film, it's like, this is like really, you always mention, you know, same director, Predator. Are you seeing the same? I mean, they're up against these actual predators. Then you have something like this where he's just like, he's doing a lot of physical labor in this, like going down how many flights of stairs or through the elevator shaft and just like 12 flights or whatever it is. But it's like, you can feel this dude's level of tired by the end of this movie.
It's the realism.
Yeah, I think they just do a hell of a job, man. I love it.
Yeah, like Kino rating. I give this movie a 9 because I think it's the perfect action movie. Okay. McClane, this everyman jobber who really doesn't even want to be there. It perfectly allows you to input yourself into this fantasy fulfillment of what would I be able to stop a terrorist attack in a building? I think so. You know, and the realism, everything you just said, it was just like, this movie is way more realistic of a scenario than literally everything else.
Yeah.
Predator, That's a literal alien.
Yeah.
Aliens, obviously, and all the copycats of Die Hard. The realism of those movies is lessened because it's some extreme kind of location where it doesn't make as much sense that it would actually happen, like Speed.
I was literally just going to say Speed. We just got,
yeah.
Perfect example would be Speed that we covered already. So
Die Hard on a bus. It's not as logical.
I mean, for me, I'm going to go 8-7, man. Yeah, this is, I think about it, like you said, it's a pioneer, so to speak, of an action film. And Bruce Willis in his prime, that's kind of my guy, not gonna lie.
B-dub.
Great writing. Like I said, the special effects, the blood, just making this dude look tired. Again, it's 1988 we're talking here. This isn't like, we're in 2025 now. You can watch this back and be like, this is really, really well done. Which I just think that's super impressive. But yeah, I mean, this is absolutely a Kino movie. If you haven't seen it, folks, get out and check it out.
Next week we have Home Alone.
Just in time for Christmas. Home Alone.
Home Alone. Die Hard in a Chicago suburban household.
Until then, catch you on the next one.